Hello everyone, this is Vandana from Skills IELTS. Today we're going to talk about 8 speaking hacks for 8 bands. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please click on subscribe for the updates. And if you like these hacks, give us a thumbs up. And also if you need any online assistance, you can WhatsApp to us on the number appearing on your screen. To start with, I'm going to give you 8 quick hacks to get you 8 bands. And the number one in that is your content is not a priority, right? What most of the people do, they try to get the correct idea, they try to think of the correct answer, and they mess up with the things and they don't give the right answer. Their fluency is messed up, their pronunciation is messed up, and that is when they lose the marks. And how your speaking is evaluated. What is your evaluation guide say? It is based on your fluency and the coherence, on your grammar, vocabulary and pronunciation. And where is the content here? I don't see the content in the evaluation guide, because your content is not going to give you any marks. What is going to give you marks? Your fluency and coherence, your grammar, your vocabulary and the pronunciation. For example, if the question is, what occupation most people do at your place? I don't know the answer. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know what occupation people do, because there are a lot of things. I don't get the correct idea. Can I talk about Virat Kohli's century last match? No, I can't talk about that because there is a human evaluator in front of me, right? So I'll try to give some, I know a little bit of occupation, so I'm gonna fool the evaluator with adding a good fluency and the coherence, good grammar, vocabulary and the pronunciation. So how do I do that? What do I give the answer? Well, I'm not sure about the occupation, but all I know is there are many sports people in the town. Some have represented in the nationals as well. Accordingly, we have 3 sports stadium where state and interstate competitions also happen. So this is how I fool the evaluator, by giving a good fluency and the coherence, good grammar, vocabulary. Vocabulary is okay. I didn't use the hi-fi words, but still it is okay. And my pronunciation was good enough. The evaluator understood what I tried to convey. And this is how you answer when you don't have the correct idea and you don't give preference to the content and you have the time to think about the fluency, coherence and the good grammar, vocabulary and the pronunciation. Now let's go to the second hack, that is on fluency. Does fluency mean you have to go very fast? You have to speak faster? No, of course not. You have to go with the natural speed or much more slower than that, but more continuous. That is what is important. Okay, what happens when you rush, when you speak faster? Your thoughts are messed up and you don't know what to speak next, and you will start fumbling, and that is when you will lose your marks. But if you speak slow, you have lot of time to think and your fluency will be good. For example, if the question is, what occupation most people do at your place? And what most of the people do? They mess up with their thought because they are rushing a lot. Well, I'm not sure about the occupation, but I know there is a lot of many sports in people in town. Some have represented in the nationals and I don't have any more thoughts. And I messed up with my fluency. So what you need to do? You have to speak with all the calmness and speak slow with all the fluency. For example, well, I'm not sure about the occupation, but all I know is there are many sports people in the town. Some have represented in the nationals as well. Accordingly, we have 3 sports stadium where state and interstate competitions also happen. How does this look? I spoke very slow and that is my hack. My fluency is good, I have given enough content, and also I didn't mess up with my thoughts as well. Hack number 3. Your pronunciation doesn't mean accent. You don't have to speak like Americans or Australians. You have to speak like yourself. How you are talking right now, you have to speak the same way. There is nothing different. Then what does pronunciation mean? Whatever you are speaking, other person has to understand. That is what is speaking. That is what is the speaking skill, right? So whatever your thoughts, it has to be crisp and clear to the other person. And what most of the people do is they don't open their mouth, they try to speak in a different accent and they mess up everything. Well, I'm not sure about the occupation, but all I know is there are many sports people. I'm not understanding what I'm speaking. How do other person will understand? You have to open your mouth and speak, and you have to speak very clearly. That is what is your pronunciation. Again, for example, what occupation most people do at your place, you have to give answer very crisp and clear. Open your mouth and speak. Well, I'm not sure about the occupation, but all I know is there are many sports people in the town. Some have represented in the nationals as well. Accordingly, we have 3 sports stadium where state and interstate competitions happen. That is how you give the answer. Hack number 4 is on your grammar. Grammar is again all about mixing your simple, compound and the complex sentences. Avoid using only the simple sentences, mix up with all these things, right? For example, if the question is, what occupation most people do at your place? So, well, I'm not sure about the occupation, but I'm using but. That is my compound sentence, right? But all I know is there are many sports people in the town. Some have represented in the nationals where they have won, where. Again, I have used the complex sentence here, where they have won gold medals too. Accordingly, we have 3 short stadium. You can stop it there if you want to. That is one simple sentence. Or if I want to make it complex, I'm going to use where state and interstate competitions happen. When you use the complex sentences and when you use where, but, you get a different idea as well. You get a connecting idea, and that is how you form the sentences. Hack number 5 is on your vocabulary. Vocabulary doesn't mean you have to use the hi-fi words and you have to search in the Google, get the words. No. It does mean you have to use the apt words for that question, right? Maybe use some collocations, right phrases. For example, again, if the question is, how is the weather like at your place? If you say the climate is very good and for one to live in, it more or less remains 20 degree throughout the year. In winters, it may go down to 10 degree, and in summer, sometimes 30 degree can be expected. This looks perfectly fine, right? But if you want to increase your vocabulary marks, I'll show you how to rephrase this. The climate here offers an ideal living environment, with a consistent year-round temperature of around 20 degrees Celsius. Again, I have used some phrases here: ideal living environment, consistent, good vocabulary, right? During the winter months, it occasionally dips to a comfortable 10 degree, while in the summer, one can expect temperature to reach a pleasant 30 degrees. So I have used a good vocabulary. So how do I get that idea? You have to watch a lot of English movies, maybe like read a lot of newspaper and good magazines. That is how you get the idea. You know how to use the right phrases and the good vocabulary. Hack number 6 is to use a good structure to enhance your coherence marks. What most of the people do, they just speak whatever it comes to their mind. And that is when they mess up with their marks. When you use a good structure, you will get a good coherence marks. How to have a good structure in my speech? You should have a main idea, you should have a supporting idea, and then comes your example, conclusion, or the extension of that supporting idea. For example, if the question is, how is weather like at your place? If I answer like this, the climate is very good and it is good for one to live in. People love this weather and I don't know what to speak next, and I'll just speak whatever it comes to my mind. Everyone likes to come here and stay. Nobody says they don't like this place. I don't have any connection with the previous sentence, right? And that is when I'm going to lose my coherence marks. And how do I rephrase this with a good coherence, good structure? The climate here offers an ideal environment with a consistent year-round temperature of around 20 degrees Celsius, and I'm going to connect that. That is my main idea, and I'll have that supporting idea. During the winter months, it occasionally dips to a comfortable 10 degree. That is why it is ideal environment for living, right? Comfortable 10 degrees, while in the summer, one can expect temperature to reach a pleasant 30 degrees. That is what is my supporting idea, and again I had the extension of the supporting idea, and I'm gonna get good coherence marks here. And the 7th hack is on your confidence. Confidence is the key, trust me. How do I get that confidence? You have to look into the examiner's eyes and then speak, and you have the intention of having a conversation with him. So just maybe replace his face with your best friend's face and then speak. Just if you are speaking with your friend, you are not scared, right? Here also the same thing. Just think that you are speaking to a friend and having a conversation with him. That is the hack number 7. And my last hack is keep smiling. Smile is the biggest gift you have got, and use it the right way. 90% of the people fail in the exam because they are nervous in the exam. They get tensed. And what is the solution? Smile. Keep smiling. What happens when you smile? You are much comfortable, you are much relaxed, and also your nervous systems are calm. So keep smiling and leave those smiles in the exam so you can speak with all the fluency and the confidence. I hope these 8 hacks were useful. This is Vandana from Skills IELTS signing off, and I'll be back with the good content again.